different?
You know, it's really not what's different. I think it's what remains the same. Obviously, the company has grown tremendously, but the family aspect of it and the dynamics of the company really have remained the same, unchanged.
This is my first home. I have my family over here.
It is like a family. If it weren't for them, it wouldn't be no me.
We're like family now, you know. Everyone is really part of a family, and the way that we care about our customers, it spoke to me.
Barrett Distribution Centers was started in 1941 by my grandfather in a single mill building in Lawrence, Mass, focusing on the textile industry. Since that time, we've grown and developed into a full-service e-commerce company servicing all kinds of consumer packaged goods all across the country. The company has grown to over 500 employees in 14 locations.
When I came here as a temp, I didn't know anything about warehousing.
Started as a temp.
Now I'm lead.
And now I'm an operations supervisor here at Barrett.
They promote me to be a lead.
Now I run by 10 accounts. It's crazy.
So here at Barrett, we say that everyone is an owner. It's one of our core values. We stress it, we emphasize it. We want every employee to feel like they have a stake in the outcome, which means they participate in our financial success.
The best thing is, for me, is the opportunity that they give you.
Our biggest objective at Barrett is to wow the customer.
Everything we do every day is meant to exceed their expectation.
We're always looking for the next thing that we can do to raise productivity, to make more deadlines, to help our customers with new vendors, new technology.
I'm kind of the robot expert here right now. I have actually named one after my daughter, Allison.
Every person that works there, they're giving up more than 110%. It's just great to see people in action and what they do and how they go about doing their jobs.
I picked almost 25,000 pairs of socks in 6 hours.
We've always set goals for the business. You know, today we have a 10-year goal to get to $500 million in revenue, and we really feel like we've got the team in place and the process in place to achieve that goal.
I think the team that I have, that we can do anything.
This actually happened in the parking lot of a Hickory Hill distribution warehouse where 2 men were injured yesterday. Police have arrested 19-year-old Christian Triplett. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre is joining us live this morning in Hickory Hill. Jeremy, police are saying that Triplett ambushed the 2 victims with an assault rifle.
Darcy, and get this, according to police, he is accused, Christian Triplett is accused of shooting one of those victims at least 4 times. Thankfully, both shooting victims are going to be okay. Now, here's what's really interesting from that affidavit. We also learned that Christian Triplett, he's a former employee of the Barrett Distribution Center here in Hickory Hill. He was fired just last week, and get this, he was fired because he basically waved a gun out of his car while on the property. Now, also in that affidavit, we also learned this morning that Christian Triplett, he verbally admitted to police that he did what he did yesterday, that shooting, basically telling officers that he was unconscious. Now, we are still putting together all the pieces of information in that affidavit because it's really interesting as to what went down here just yesterday. We told you yesterday that it all started or stemmed from a beef, an ongoing beef between the 2 victims as well as Christian Triplett. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of it in the next hour of Good Morning Memphis. I'm reporting live this morning here in Hickory Hill, Jeremy Pierre.
At least 3 workplace shootings across the Memphis region since last September. In May, a former police officer and delivery truck driver allegedly shot and killed the store manager at American Freight Furniture in Memphis. In December, the owner of Third Tire Shop in Memphis was killed by an employee. And in September, a former employee of IPS Corporation reportedly shot and killed another employee.
But those situations like that will be reported and tracked.
State Representative Antonio Parkinson wants the state to begin tracking workplace violence, not just shootings the public already knows, but also ones unknown to the public at large. Parkinson says this session he'll propose a bill that would ask businesses to report all incidents of violence.
When you put people in situations where they feel like they're being mistreated at their job and this is their livelihood, this is their only means of keeping a roof over their children's head or keeping food on the table, you're kind of backing them in a corner.
Parkinson also wants the state to track the origin of where issues came from, like potential bullying at work. Workplace bullying numbers vary countrywide, with different research listing 27% to 75% having being bullied. Parkinson wants to get an accurate count in Tennessee.
And we need our people, our human capital, to be able to be productive without feeling like they're coming into a hostile environment.
Now, Parkinson has been pushing some of these workplace bullying bills in the past. One of them, actually 2 of them, have been adopted by the state. The Healthy Workplace Act. It's one of the first, not the first, workplace bullying law in the country.
Some of the symptoms of trauma, there are many: depression, anxiety, outbursts of anger, flashbacks, nightmares, overeating, undereating, being aggressive, being very irritable. Any of those symptoms, if you see that in yourself or you see that in some of your loved ones, please send them to get help. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Strickland. Renee? The job of the African American male is to protect the women and children, and that is why we are here.
Memphis.